What's going on, guys? Welcome to vlog 5. So today we're going to show you what's going on in the Kream Developments workshop. It's all a bit dusty at the moment because there's a lot of work going on. You can see the R8 is now back. It's been to Autosport International. It was received really well. Absolutely smashed it. And the car looked amazing on the platform that was going around in circles. Now this car has come back because it was, or is should I say, just a prototype, which basically means that this body kit that you see on the car can't really be used on the road because it's quite heavy. It's made out of filler and fiberglass, and it's yet to be molded. But because obviously we wanted to display the car at the show and launch it there, we got the car finished, prepped it, primed it, and we wrapped it in this stunning tech wrap, new tech wrap colour this is. So yeah, all the panels have come off. The bumpers are off at the moment. They're being molded, and once they're done, they'll come back in a one-piece carbon fibre, should I say. Same again with the rear quarters. These are going to come off and get molded, and then there will be one whole replacement panel made out of carbon fibre, which literally just bolts straight on, and this will come off. Same again with the front bonnet. It's a massive panel on the front. All the carbon fibre is done, so we don't have to worry about them. All the carbon fibre parts on the car have been molded, but this is a huge panel, probably one of the biggest panels that we're going to have to mold, because as you can see, the bonnet and the wings are incorporated into one on the R8, and obviously now it's a lot wider and a lot more complex and complicated, should I say, with all the work that's got to be done with it. So that's going to be molded, and then we put the whole car back together and paint it and finish it off and give it back to the client. This is the infamous 33. Many of you guys know and love this car very much. It's been with me for a very long time. It's got millions and millions of views across YouTube, and we've decided to go wide body in the car. It wasn't something that I was originally thinking about, to be fair. We was just restoring the car. The engine's pretty much brand new. It's been totally rebuilt. It's running close to 1,000 horsepower, and so now we're going basically wide arch, as you can see, and it's got R35 GTR wheels going on there as well. Everything's been fitted up, and it's on the ramp because it's now having airlift suspension installed. So very excited to get that one done. Matt's car's back because the brakes are being removed. They're going to be black chrome, so there's a few little bits and pieces that need to be done on that as well. You may remember that car was also on display at Autosport International, where it was unveiled for the first time to Matt, who absolutely loved it, of course. We've got Chris in the background working on our Subaru Impreza. That's a double wide body car, I think built around 15 years ago by us, and it's a double wide body Subaru with a fully forged engine build that's been done as well. So he's just going around giving the car once over, making sure everything's 100%, so we can get the car running, tuned and set back up again, and probably going to wrap it or paint it again and put it on the market to sell. Paul, we've got Paul over here working on the Lamborghini Aventador. So this is the rear engine lid. Car's been painted, and again, this is a very complex paint job. It's not just a normal factory orange that the car comes in. It's painted in the original factory orange as a base, and then we've added like a gold trim on top. And because of that, we have to flatten it down, put it through the process. As you can see what he's doing here, this has actually already been painted. And it should be re-lacquered, and then we'll reassemble the car. Closer look, you'll see sort of paint finish it's got. Very striking indeed. And it's going to look awesome when the car's built back up. Paul's really enjoyed doing this, isn't it, Paul?
Lovely, mate.
You also would be aware about the Nissan GTR Type 3 flagship wide body that we built that got stolen. As you know, we got the car back, and that too was on display at Autosport International. But because we couldn't get the car repaired in time because it was going through insurance, we took it there on display as it was in its damaged state, and we cordoned it off with police tape and just made a thing of it, you know. Had some fun with it. And it was actually really cool, to be fair. Now the car's been authorised to repair by the insurance. The repair's now commenced. As you can see behind me, you've got Dave working on the front wing, and the bumper is pretty much ready there to go into the booth to be prepped and primed and painted. We've got the car outside still waiting to come in. But yeah, a couple of weeks and I reckon we should have that car back to how it should be and back to its rightful owner. So this is pretty exciting stuff because we are also working on Johnny's Huracan. We've stripped off the twin turbo setup, left obviously the turbos in situ, but we've taken the compressor housings off, the rear bumper, brace, pipe work, anything that we can basically remove and coat in black chrome. Calipers as well, front and rear calipers have been removed. They're all going to be going black chrome to sort of follow the theme. And then we're going to reassemble that, put that all back on. The front bumper has been removed to have our front number plate flipper installed. So that's going to be going back on as well. The front bonnet area, or the luggage compartment on the front, is having a custom audio install. So you're going to have, when you open it, you're going to see one big amp that's going to be running absolutely everything in the car. He's having a pretty high-end sound system installed in this car with all the top-of-the-line products from Vibe. So you've got two 10-inch subwoofers being installed, custom enclosure. The airlift tank's going to be in the middle. We've got custom door pods being made for the front two doors. Custom A-pillars as well on the front to house the mids and tweeters. And all that's going to be retrimmed in Louis Vuitton hide. So, and we're going to be using authentic Louis Vuitton leather as well. We're not going to be getting no cheap fake pattern stuff from China. It's going to be real authentic Louis Vuitton hide that we're going to be using to cover absolutely everything, from the door pods to the armrest to the center console armrest to the A-pillars. We're going to try and get a hide big enough, or maybe in a couple of sections, to do the roof lining. The same LV print with starlights as well. So it's having a lot of work done once again. So that's going to be very special when that's done. You can follow the journey, of course, on the vlogs and the build video. So we are custom fabricating a subwoofer enclosure behind the seats, as you can see. And that there is basically the base and the back of the box itself. And then obviously we still have to make the face, the sides, and the center section as well, where we're going to have the air tank. This is quite a complex job. It's not that easy because we're very limited to room on a Lamborghini Huracan, and the subwoofers we're using are very powerful as well. So they have deep magnets, and of course we don't want to limit the seat from its movement. Obviously, we want to make sure that the driver and passenger are still going to be comfortable and not cramped. So we can't make the subwoofer box too big. This is what I mean. It's complex, but once it's done, it's going to be worth it, and it's going to sound absolutely amazing. I've seen quite a few subwoofer enclosures for Huracans because I've looked and searched out on Google to see what other people have done in the world, and in comparison, this is probably going to be the loudest by far, just purely because of the level of equipment that we're going to be using, the power of the equipment we're going to be using, purely because of the level of equipment that we're going to be using and the power. It's going to thump, absolutely thump, with the crystal clear quality sounds coming from the mids and tweeters as well, because up here on the A-pillar we're going to be having a custom enclosure where you've got the mid and the tweeter all moulded into the A-pillar panel, and then that's going to be retrimmed in LV. So on the door panel here itself, you'll see this section here, that's going to be removed, and that's going to be redone in LV. Over here we've got a custom door build that we're going to be doing with a 6.5 inch woofer that's going to go in there, so that's going to look really cool. And we're going to be using the highest end mid and tweeter setup that Vibe actually offer, which is the Seven series. This woofer itself is made out of carbon fiber, so the cone is real carbon. So we're going to put that on display so people can see it, and not cover it with a grill or anything, you know. So it's going to sound absolutely awesome. Can't wait to hear it. Short vlog for you guys, just to show you guys what's going on in the workshop. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bosh!